Hi, this is Vallisa from Lyca Breakfast, and I'm going to be speaking today to Jusleena from Nashtaa Cafe. If you've been to Nashtaa Cafe, you already know how amazing it is. And if you haven't been, we're going to tell you all about it today. Jusleena, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now, Nashtaa Cafe, I've actually been there before. I love it. But tell me about when it was formed.
So it was formed about 2020, just over lockdown. That's when I thought of the concept, and I was on furlough just before COVID, so that's when the idea came to my head.
And what were you doing before that?
Before that, I was working for Google as a project manager. So I was in corporate. I've always been in corporate. That's been my background. But it's kind of, I've just fallen into this. I've always had a passion for cooking and food and stuff like that. My family quite big foodies, but so I didn't think I'd actually go into it though.
So it's something very different to what you do, what you did before.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was the idea around it then? What made you think, I want to do this now?
So I think the main thing was, in the local area, there wasn't anything really for breakfast and brunch. And if there was, it's just kind of your, generic like coffee shops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't anywhere you could sit down and enjoy it, or there was either your greasy calves or you got your coffee shops.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between where you can actually, go to a nice place, have like decent freshly cooked food as well, not frozen stuff. So it was kind of like that was like, everyone has to always travel into London or Windsor, or why can't we have something local for the local people? So that's where the idea came from, to have something within the area which kind of is full.
And it's very Instagrammable. So was that your vision? Was that your vibe you were going for? Because it's very pink as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think because a lot of so locally during the day, because a lot of people said, why are you opening something in the day? And I said, well, there's a lot of mums, there's a lot of people, and lucky for me, obviously COVID happened and it was a lot of people working from home. So it kind of worked out well, because during the day there was a lot of people coming, and there's nowhere for mums to go with a pushchair and not feel uncomfortable that they've got their kids with them. This way they could bring their kids, not feel awkward, but still be in a really nice place, and then still have enough time before picking their other kids up for school time. And they're not rushing around to London. So I think, and I wanted it to be pretty, somewhere nice, the nice ambience and everything. That's why I, kind of had ideas of like florals and pinks, and kind of make it more like welcoming and like just a nice place to be.
And I think people get the wrong idea, right? Because they think you're just a harassed mum, like why? But you want to go out, you want to enjoy yourself, but you still need to have that feeling that your kids are comfortable as well, that they can sit down, they can eat as well, because I know you've got a kids menu on there as well.
Yeah.
So what kind of food do you do?
So it's very much fusion based. So it's kind of like infusing Western culture with our Indian culture. Mm-hmm. Like the kind of stuff we get at home, but you can't really get it outside. So like, on a Sunday, our moms would make like masala beans and masala eggs and, prawn and stuff, but you can't really get that outside. Well, now a lot more have come about, but then like 3 years ago, there was not much around. So I really wanted to give something where you don't feel like you're having restaurant food. It's like very homely. So even a lot of people say to me the food's very like home cooked taste. So I didn't want to go for that restaurant vibe. I wanted to go for more of a like homely kind of cafe type. And so a lot of the recipes are created by me, and like stuff that I used to make at home, and like my mum and everyone. So it's very much like my personal touch is in everything.
And it's a lot of stuff from generations, right? That your grandparents or your grandma 100%. Would have made, and then your mum made. And now
absolutely, the stuff that everyone's grown up with. Because obviously, when our grandparents and everyone came over to this side, and they brought all that kind of stuff with them. So it's kind of nice that you can bring that out. And no one really used to sell it in the restaurant. You just get your standard like Indian food or whatever, or your normal English breakfast. But for us, we need that little bit more spice and stuff. So it was nice to be able to do that
without adding Tabasco.
Yeah, because I was always like, there's something missing when I go for breakfast. I need that extra bit of kick, So yeah.
And cafes are normally daytime, so you're open during the day for like anyone and everyone basically, but mainly mums who are at home. But then you're also open in the evening, and you have a different menu in the evening. Yes. So tell me a little bit about that and what you have on there.
So even the evening menu is so I just went for the whole fusion concept, because I don't want to be like any other Indian restaurant. So we have your standard Indian dishes, your normal butter chicken and whatever, but then we've also got like desi style pasta, you've got your Indian style burgers, we've got like spaghetti bolognese, but the bolognese is obviously masala-fied. So we've got all those kind of dishes, and we do like masala fish and chips, and so it's the fusion thing. And we've got cocktails, mocktails. It's just that I just wanted to, as in, So after a year of opening Nashtaa, we used to close at 2:30, and then we started getting people asking about the evenings and everything. So then we decided to open for the evening, and that's when I created a new menu for the evenings. And so from 5 o'clock, we're open in the evenings as well.
Do you know what's really funny about what you just said? So that's just made my mouth water. My nanny used to make spaghetti bolognese with the Indian masala, and now I make my mum make me the masala because I can't cook, and then I make it with the spaghetti bolognese, and then I layer it as well. She used to put like layers of pasta, then the mince, like then potato, and then cheese, and
nice.
Now my mouth's watering. I'm gonna have to go home and make that today. But and you also have a variety of teas as well, don't you? So you do different teas. Tell us a little bit about the teas, because I know you've told me about this. And it sounds very, very interesting.
So the thing is, the teas, obviously everyone gets the sound of masala tea, and then garak chai has been quite on the horizon lately. And during lockdown, I thought about, okay, let me try the garak chai recipe. So I tried it a few times, and I've really practiced it over lockdown. And we've added there's only 3 key ingredients really, like saffron, cardamom. I'm giving my secrets away here.
I was about to say, don't give too much.
So there's only a few ingredients, and it's really about how each ingredient goes in, because you could have someone making it, put the same thing in, but it won't taste the same. And with the tea, it's really special because there are a lot of tea places nowadays, and kind of serving garak chai and stuff like that. But it's about the fresher ingredients. So when you can taste the quality and the fresher ingredients, it's not watery. It's very creamy and it's very flavoursome, and that's how it should be. So,
and I think some of the places, like you drink the tea and it tastes good at the time, and then it leaves like a bit of a weird, strange taste in your mouth afterwards.
Yeah, no, it's true. And the thing is, because even our masala, everything is freshly made at Nashtaa. So we use only like the pure fresh ingredients, because I go buy them, so I know. So it's literally like, it's not powdered, it's not, it's not processed, it's all fresh. And we make the tea literally in the morning every day. And obviously during the day, throughout the day, once it finishes, we keep making it. So we do an adrak chai as well. There's a lot of like ginger tea drinkers, and they don't want the other masala, so we make that. We've got the normal masala tea, and then we've got the garak chai.
Amazing. And you also do a lot of events at Nashtaa Cafe. Like there's always events. In fact, that's when I was there. So tell us a little bit about the events, because I'm sure a lot of people want to know about the Bollywood nights that you do. And
so we do a lot of bottomless brunches. We do like Bollywood bottomless brunch. We do Bhangra bottomless brunch. We've done we work with EL quite a lot, the Networking Association for Small Businesses. So we've done quite a few events for them, like a shopping festival. We do pop-ups and stuff. We've done loads of like birthday parties, and we've done influencer events and stuff like that. So it's just like kind of different, catering for different audiences. Like I want to do I actually want to do a mehfil night. That's my next thing. I think I want to target more the older crowd and get that. So I think that would be a good one to do.
And you also do something that I absolutely love, which is afternoon tea. But what do you get in this afternoon tea? Because I know there must be some sort of twist to this. Yeah,
there is. So again, it's a fusion twist. So again, with the tea, so you get all our teas. You can have English tea if you want to, but we try and do it so it's like nice masala tea, garak chai. And then we've got the chili cheese toasties. So we'll do like some chicken tikka roti roll wraps, which is like roti, and then you put like a thin omelette and some chicken in it, or you can do it with paneer as well. So we do those. We have some aloo paratha, which are fresh aloo paratha, which we cut into little rolls.
Wow.
So that's quite nice. And a lot of the mums like it, which is why it's good, because with Nashtaa, it caters for everyone. So you can bring your grandparents and like your kids, like the youngest being like 2-3 years old, and then the oldest being like 90, and they'll all have something. There's always something for someone there, like everything. So it's kind of nice that you get like all these big families coming, and they can bring everyone, and they feel so happy that, because obviously the older generation are quite fussy with their food as well. So it's nice that they can have something where they feel it's homely, it's not processed, and it's not like restaurant food. It's kind of like home food. So.
And that's quite important, because I think, like, I know for me, my in-laws, whenever I say let's go out, they always want to go to Indian. I'm like, I don't want like Indian, but this sounds like there's a mixture of stuff. So they would be happy, and I would be happy as well, because I get something slightly different to your norm.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get that. People do that all the time, especially with the breakfast, because you get your full English breakfast, but then you have the granny, the raporte, so all the chole bhature. So it's nice. So it's a nice mix, and it's kind of just evolved over time as well, which has been really nice. And it's nice that I've still got input. I kind of I was the one first cooking and everything, and so it's very like personalised by me. So it's really nice.
And you said you're a foodie, you love cooking and stuff. Do you change the menus regularly, or do they kind of stay?
They generally stay the same. We do extra. Sometimes we do some specials and things like that. So we do like during the summer like iced karak tea. So the karak chai is iced, which is really nice. And we do like different kind of. We've done this open cheese toasty. We do like loads of different stuff as specials. And then sometimes, because we used to have saag and makki di roti as a special, but people loved it so much that we had to put it on the menu. But generally, the breakfast menu is so popular. There's nothing really we could change about it because everyone loves everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, people are like, don't change it. Don't change it. So I'm like, okay, just leave it as it is.
That's the worst thing, isn't it? When you really like something and then you go to that place to go and have that and you're like, where's it gone? Why are you taking it off the menu?
There's so many places like that who do that. And you're just like, well, I'm like, my method is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So.
Exactly. And what made you choose the stuff that's on the menu? So I know you said there's quite a big variety in terms of the breakfast and then obviously the dinner stuff. So what made you choose what you wanted to put on there?
I think for me it was very much like, because in our community and even generally now there's a lot of vegans, vegetarians, excuse me, and I wanted to cater for more people so that more people have the option. So we even do gluten-free pronto as well. We have a lot of vegan options. So my thing was I want everyone to be able to be comfortable eating everything. So like you get your your Amritdhari Sikhs, they come and they can have the vegetarian breakfast, but instead of eggs they'll have tofu burji, which is it tastes just as good, and it's in the same masala, and then they're still having it full English as well. So they don't, because they said usually the feedback I was getting was that we have to go somewhere to cut loads of things out of our breakfast because we can't eat it.
You can't eat it.
Whereas this, they can eat everything. And, so I think I wanted to just have something for everyone. That was really important to me. That I don't want anyone to come and say, oh, I can't have this or I can't have this. You know what I mean? So that was very much my thinking behind the menu. And also I wanted to have the generic, like, popular things I knew people like masala omelette, your full English, obviously your wraps and stuff. And then I've got some healthy options, which not many people go for, but things like that. So.
But I love how you just said, because I feel like the older generation sometimes, because they don't eat eggs, they wouldn't know that there's actually options they could do that could change that. Like I think on your menu I saw something about corn mince as well.
Yes.
And I don't think they realised that actually you could make the same thing that other people are eating, but just substitute certain stuff.
Absolutely, because I've got so many friends and relatives who are vegetarian or vegan, and the one idea, another one was a corn chicken curry. So we do the same style chicken curry, but it's with corn pieces. So you have the option of your normal chicken and then you have a corn chicken. Then there's literally an alternative for everything, pretty much.
Amazing.
So it's nice for them as well. So I just want everyone to feel happy.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people don't like paneer, which is normally the option.
Yes.
Is paneer, but if you don't like paneer.
Yeah, but tofu is a good option now, and with corn, there's so many options that you can actually do. So it's nice, and we do halloumi as well and stuff like that. So it's just, it's nice to have that. And
how's the journey been for you so far?
It's been tough, to be honest. I think the biggest thing I've found challenging is staff and managing staff, and that kind of, there's a lot of challenges that come with that. I've always had like project management experience, but in terms of managing, like, I've got about 15 staff now, so that's quite hard. I've got a manager who kind of manages some of it with me, but ultimately obviously the responsibility lies with me, and that bit I found quite hard is like, you train the staff up, you teach them everything, and obviously then they leave, and that's pretty hard, and then you have to train up again, and because our in the industry we're in, it's very service based, and you have to have a good level of service, and that's really important. It comes with time with anybody, so I think that's what's difficult, is getting that perfect. But
and also, like, when you set it up, you had a vision, you knew what you wanted, but you need people around you that also see that same vision, because you can't always be there. I think you've got 3 kids, haven't you? You can't always be there.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I remember at the beginning I was there 7 days a week, every single day, every shift I was there for the first at least 9-10 months, and that was mainly because I wanted to make sure I had the right core team around me. So a lot of the people who are there now today have been there since the beginning.
Wow.
Obviously we've had people come and go, but there's the core people are still there, and they have shared that vision with me from the beginning, and it's been so nice. They've grown with me, and they've evolved in their roles, and they have ownership, and it's nice as well to have that. And I think with me it's very important that I feel that I treat my staff really well, and that's important for them to see my vision and see me as well. So.
And when you're cooking at home, do your kids get involved with the cooking as well?
Yeah, they do here and there, but they're more like with cooking at home now. It's a very rare occasion now. I'm so busy at the restaurant. So it's like, they're always like, oh, let's go Nashtaa. So I'm like, I can do Nashtaa because we just live at the top of the road. So it's quite handy. But yeah, no, they like to get involved, especially my daughter. She loves to cook as well with me. She loves it.
Well, it's a good thing that it's all healthy and good food, so that it doesn't matter that they go there every day.
Exactly.
We shouldn't own a pizza joint because that can be quite bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And would you consider expanding to different areas?
I do want to. I've had a lot of demand. To be honest, a lot of people have messaged and a lot of people come in and say, oh, please open here, please open here. But it's, you know, the kids are quite small still, and it's a lot of commitment because you do have to be there every day for the first at least 6 months.
Yeah.
So I think until I'm ready in terms of my family life and the kids and all that kind of stuff, I just have to hold back on that. So I'm expanding in terms of catering. We do like some festivals now. We're doing the Slough with you guys as well, and we're doing so we're kind of expanding in that way.
Yeah.
But in terms of physically opening anymore, I'm not doing any of that yet, but in time.
And where are you based, and is there parking and everything available in that area?
Yeah, so we're based in Langley, which is in Slough, so that's in Berkshire, and we've got on-site parking because we're based within a hotel.
Okay.
So it's 2 hours free parking, and but we have loads of side roads with free parking as well. So parking, because it's like kind of residential, it's not too bad for parking.
Amazing. Do you want to give the address out so people know exactly where you are?
Yeah, so it's 90 to 21 London Road in Langley, Slough, SL3 7RL.
So there you go. This is Jusleena from Nashtaa Cafe. You guys need to go down to Langley. You need to check it out. Trust me, I've been there. I've eaten the food. And every time she talks about it, every time we speak to her, my mouth just waters more and more. So I need a trip to the other side of London to go and check it out. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.